So welcome to my channel. My name is Kate, and today's short yoga Pilates Fusion class is going to be focused on releasing tension in the low back. So all you need for today's class is the mat and yourself. I do have a blanket on my mat just because I like to just have something a little bit softer for my low back, so please go grab that if you need. And this class is to release tension. So if you're struggling with a specific condition, please do seek medical advice before you start this or any exercise class. So let's begin. So sitting comfortably, either in cross-legged or in a position that feels right for you. We're going to start our class today with 3 breathing practices. The first one to bring that energy up through the spine, and the second two to balance our hormones. So the first breathing practice is an ancient Tibetan practice called Tumo. And we inhale through the nose and we exhale with a pursed lip, like we're blowing out a candle. And this really gets that energy fired up. So option to move a little bit as you're breathing, or to keep your hands in Gyan Mudra as you feel. Let's start together. Inhale, exhale. Here we go. 5 more. Inhale, hold the breath at the top. A little gentle engagement of the pelvic floor. Feel that energy all over your body. Let's hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, drop shoulders away from ears. Come back to your normal breath. Notice your body. Let's sit in meditation. Second breathing practice, Nadi Shodhana. Bring your index finger and your middle finger onto the mound of your thumb. Take your right finger onto your thumb, and this really balances the masculine and the feminine. Press down on the right side. Inhale through left. Left finger comes down, gently retain. Exhale, right side. Inhale, same side. Close right side, retain. Exhale, left side. Inhale, same side. Close, retain. Exhale, right side. Inhale, same side, 3 more. Exhale. Inhale, same side. Close, retain. Exhale, last one. Inhale, same side. And release. Come back to your normal breath. And let's just take a few moments here to meditate. Notice how we feel. Feeling balanced in your breath. Final breathing practice, and this balances our hormones, stimulates the hypothalamus to balance the endocrine system. So you're going to bring your thumb, this is called Brahmari breath, bring your thumb onto this little part of your ear, bring your hands over your eyes, so your 2 fingers come over your eyes, and your ring finger comes just below the nose, and the little finger comes just connected to the mouth. So we're covering up the senses of the eyes, and we inhale, and as we exhale, we make a little humming sound through the mouth, and we're going to do this 5 times. into Gyan Mudra. And let's sit in meditation. Just notice how you feel. And let's come to lying on our backs. So lying comfortably on our backs, we're going to bend our feet and have our feet about 5 inches away from the bottom. Make sure that your low back feels comfortable. And you're going to bring your hands and place your hands onto your belly. And just check that you can feel your hip bones in relation to your pelvis. And we're just going to start to just gently tilt the pelvis. Just feeling those little releases in the low back. So as you inhale, you're just moving the hip bones forward and then moving them back. 2 more. And then we're going to gently start to draw our navel back towards our spine. Just seeing how this feels in your body. Take an inhale and just release the belly. And as you exhale, draw the navel towards the spine and gently start to engage the pelvic floor. And just bring your hands onto your ribs. So we've got this stability in the core, and as we inhale, we're just feeling that breath in the ribs. As the ribs expand and the belly stays slightly contracted. So we're just gently switching on the pelvic floor, drawing navel towards the spine. And just connecting with that little bit of space underneath the spine, keeping the abdominals slightly contracted. We're going to start to slide that right foot along the mat and then draw your right knee in towards you, squeezing in. This is a beautiful release for the low back. And again, release the leg along the mat. Inhale, exhale, interlace your hands and draw it in. Beautiful. 1 more. This is very grounding. And then draw the knee in. Beautiful. And then change sides. Place the right foot down. Again, connect to that core stabilization, drawing navel back to spine, engaging the pelvic floor, finding your neutral spine. Left foot slides along the mat. And then interlace your hands, drawing in. And again, beautiful little release for the low back. And drawing in. Last one. Drawing in. Take a nice little squeeze here. And then placing both of your feet on the floor, we're going to come back to our little pelvic tilts. Just find that neutral spine. Take an inhale. And then exhale, your hips draw back towards the belly. Find that core stabilization. Press into the feet and into the hands. And just gently tuck the tailbone and feel that little lifting of the low spine, and then release down. And just drawing the hips towards you, just finding these little pelvic tilts. And on your next exhale, just gently lifting up through the spine. So with this core connection, we're gently lifting, lengthening through the spine. And slowly coming down. Drawing the hips towards you, flattening the back. And then releasing. So we're just feeling that little stretch. Take an inhale here. Exhale, gently lifting with that core control. Nice long spine. Inhale at the top. Exhale, releasing down. Take an inhale to set up. And this time we're going to start to move the arms at the same time. Exhale. Arms come up in alignment to the shoulders, or maybe they release back. See how you feel, but don't lose that connection of the ribs. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, release down. Take an inhale to prepare. Hip bones come slightly forward, connecting to the core. Exhale to move. Keeping the arms where you feel. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale to release. Vertebra by vertebra coming down. 1 more. Inhale to prepare. Gently drawing the hip bones towards you. Switch on that core. And then lift. Drawing the arms up at the same time. Take an inhale at the top. And exhale, releasing down. Let's bring our knees together and bring the knees up off of the floor. Take the arms nice and wide. And we're going to gently drop the knees down to the right side as we look towards the left. Take an inhale here. Exhale, coming all the way over to the other side and look towards the right. Point in the toes. Beautiful. Changing sides. Listen to your body. See what feels right for you today. 2 more. Last one. Come back to the center. Bring your knees in towards you. Squeeze the knees in. Just feel the low back gently lift off the floor. Feel that lovely release in the low back. Option from here to roll over onto your side to come to seated, or to take a couple of little rocks on the spine. See how this feels for your body. Engaging the core and making your way up to seated. Let's take a moment here in our seated pose. And let's just bring the hands by the side of the body. And we're going to release our right arm up and over, palm facing down, stretching from the hip bone to the armpit and then other side. Beautiful. 3 more like this. Feeling that beautiful release in the low back today. 2 more. And taking both hands up to the sky, stretch up, lengthening through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your arms forward. Wherever your arms land is perfect. Walking the hands forward from here. And feeling that little stretch all the way through the spine, allowing that rounding of the spine. Take an inhale and exhale. Maybe your hands walk forward a little bit more. Feeling that release all the way through the mid-back to the low back. Walking the fingers forward as much as feels good for your spine today. Trying to keep the bones in your bum grounded. Last breath. And then let's walk our hands back. Let's transition round to all fours. Knees in alignment to hips. Toes tucked and hands underneath shoulders. Hands nice and wide. We want a nice flat back. And we want the belly to be drawing in. So we're drawing in and we're engaging through the pelvic floor. So today I'm not going to be going into an extreme cow pose. I'm just going to be keeping that core engagement. So I'm going to be looking forward and really focusing on drawing my core in. Inhale. And then I'm going to exhale, really going deeply into my cat pose. And we're working with that core stabilization. So inhale, keep the ribs drawing together. Keep gently engaging the pelvic floor, and then exhale, curling through the spine. Feeling that release in your beautiful cat, really drawing up, pressing into the hands. And then coming back to your tabletop, let's take the knees. So the knees are as wide as the mat and bringing the feet together. And now we're going to start to move. So we're going to curl up through the spine. And then we're going to start to come back. Can I see where you come to in your body? And then inhale, coming up. Finding that core stability. You may want to come a little bit deeper into your cow pose, but I'm keeping a straight spine today. And then exhale, curling back and releasing back. Checking in with your knees. Inhale, coming up. I'm staying on all fours, but maybe it feels good for your body today to release a little bit more into your cow and then curling up through the spine and releasing back. Keep moving like this, feeling that in the low back. Inhale, keep that core stability. Exhale, arching through the spine and releasing back. Let's take some breaths here in our child's pose. Nice long breaths. On our next inhale, let's come up to all fours. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. And from here, we're going to draw the belly towards the spine and just gently lift the knees off of the floor. Feel that core connection and then release down again. 2 more like this, drawing belly to spine, hugging ribs together. Beautiful. And down. And 1 more. And release all the way down, tucking your toes, lifting your hips. Let's come into our first downward facing dog. The position of the head is looking towards the feet are hip distance apart, and let's pedal out through the feet. And just move the head so you're looking towards the shins. There's no tension, drawing shoulders back towards ears, hugging your upper arm bones in, feeling that beautiful release through your calves, through your ankles. 2 more. And let's come all the way back down, take knees wide, feet together, release back into child's pose. So rolling up, choosing your option, coming to all fours, hands under shoulders, tuck toes, coming into a downward facing dog. From here, bring the left foot across to the middle of the mat, take the right leg up to the sky, lift up, inhale. Exhale, plant your right foot in between your hands. And we're going to come up into our high lunge. You can soften into the back knee, come onto the toes of the back foot. Inhale, holding here, lifting up through the pelvic floor, finding that strength. Holding for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, press hands down either side of the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Draw navel to spine, drop knees, drop chest. Bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders, pressing into the hands and gently lifting up. We don't want to feel any tension in the low back. We want to feel a beautiful release, pressing into the legs, into the hip bones. 2 more breaths. Coming down onto your belly, pressing back, all fours pose, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Slide right foot to middle of mat, take left foot up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. Root to rise, high lunge. Beautiful. Draw navel to spine, engage through pelvic floor. Hold here. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Release your hands down either side of the front foot. Step back to your plank pose. Take a moment here, draw navel to spine. Drop your knees, drop your chest. Option to stay with me for Sphinx or to come into Cobra, just gently lifting the shoulders from the ears, pressing into the feet, activating the legs. Opening through heart. Release down, press back, knees wide, feet together. Child's pose. Inhale, coming up to all fours, tucking toes, lifting hips, downward facing dog. You can have a slight bend in the knees if you need that to release your low back. Take an inhale, clear it out through the mouth, and walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften the knees as you need here. Take your hands onto your elbows and take a little release here from side to side, letting the head get heavy. Let the hands drop down. Press into the feet, and we're going to curl up vertebra by vertebra, letting the head drop down here. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming up, moving along the spine. Beautiful, coming all the way up. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, tucking the chin, rolling down through the spine. Slowly, slowly coming down, feeling that release in the back, bending the knees as you need. Take an inhale at the bottom. And exhale, rolling up. All the way up. Slowly, slowly. Coming to standing. And let's release through the shoulders. Let's take our hands up above our heads. Stretch up, press the palms up to the sky. Activate the feet and the legs. Stretch over to the right, over to the left. Come back to the center. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's find a balancing pose, coming into our tree pose today. Shoulders away from ears. Find that strength, that connection in your legs. Option to take the foot higher up the leg and to bring the hands above the head. Balancing a key part of yoga and Pilates, and then change sides. Roll the shoulders down, find that space in your neck. Final breath. And then releasing down. And we're going to come down to sit on the mat. So coming to sit on your mat with your knees bent and your legs are going to be about a fist apart. And then from here, with the feet down, we're just going to bring our hands just onto the back and we're just going to release a little way forward. So the chin, we're looking slightly forward, the back of the neck is long, and then slowly come up. And then again. So engaging, drawing the navel to the spine, finding that gentle pelvic floor, and then releasing your hands. If you feel like you need to keep the hands here, you can. And just releasing the hands so the palms are facing, and we're just going to gently come back and just see how this feels for your body. Just releasing back and then forward, strengthening, and again. An option to stay here, keeping quite high, or option to start, if you have that core control, to start to release back a little bit more. Take an inhale and then coming up. Then we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to bring a little forward folding here. So we're just going to release back. There's a little arching through the spine. Just gently drawing the belly in. And exhale as we come up. And we just gently move the spine forward. This could be a tiny little movement for you. Take an inhale here. And exhale, releasing back. Exhaling through the mouth. Keep the belly drawing in, keep the ribs drawing together. And then release forward. So we're just curling through the spine. And again, moving very slowly. And then as we exhale, we move, coming forwards. And wherever your body wants to come, so maybe you just want to feel that little stretch here. Maybe you want to bring the hands down onto the legs. Maybe you want to reach towards the feet. But just feel that rounding of the low back. Feel that beautiful stretch of the low back. 2 more breaths here. Releasing any tension as you let go. On your next inhale, gently coming up and lying on your back. Once again, bending your knees, feet are about 5 inches away from the bottom. And we're going to take the right foot and place it over the left knee. And then interlace your hands either around the thigh or around the shin and draw that leg towards you, feeling that release all the way along the ITB into the piriformis in the glutes and the low back. Find your breath here. Two more breaths. And then lift your leg up towards the sky. It's fine to have a little bend in the knee. Maybe you want to bring your hands towards the calf or keep them here. And just find some little circles first of all in the ankle. Option to walk your hands up the leg to draw the leg towards you, and let's flex and point in the foot. I'm going to release that tension all the way down the hamstrings to release tension in the low back. Last one. Option to draw the leg a little bit further towards you if that feels sweet. And then let's change sides. Right foot comes down, left foot is just above the knee. Interlace your hands around the thigh, around the shin. Take a few breaths here. Enjoy that beautiful stretch. And then taking your leg up to the sky, interlace around the thigh, around the shin. Let's take some circles of the ankle. Ooh. Beautiful. Wherever you're at, drawing that leg maybe a little bit closer towards you. Let's flex and point, flex and point. Option to come a little bit closer to you and draw the bum off the floor a little bit if that feels sweet. Exhale to release. Bring both feet on the floor and then bring both knees up towards you. Take your hands onto your knees and let's find some circles of the knees. And then bringing the knees together, we're going to take the knees one more time over to the right, take the arms wide, and bring your left arm so that your left palm is touching your right, and take an inhale as you slide the left palm across the body and look towards the left hand as the shoulders come on the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the knees back to the center and drop the knees down to the left side. Take a moment here and then bring your right hand across so the palms touch. Take an inhale and then exhale, slide that right arm all across the body. Release the right arm, try and release down into the top of the back and the shoulders. 2 breaths here. On your next exhale, bring the knees in towards the belly, give yourself a hug, feel that gratitude. And let's exhale, release, coming into our Shavasana, legs nice and straight, palms facing up to the sky, feeling your body relax. Let's take a few minutes here to absorb our practice. Feel free to pause me and take as long as you need today. When you're ready, making your way up to seated, coming into cross-legged in lotus or a position that feels good for you. And let's bring our hands together at our heart. We're going to close out our practice with an Om today. Inhaling through the nose, Omming through the mouth. Here we go. So I hope you enjoyed this class. Please remember to like and subscribe and let me know what you think. Please come join a live class with me and do reach out if you want to connect or have a chat with me. Thank you for being here today.